And we've had Michael Weiner, the new executive director of the Players Association, on it, and because you've owned the team, like you said, for as long as you have, that it's likelihood of having a cap on spending. It's not real great. Is there, you think, increased revenue sharing on the horizon to maybe help offset that?
I think that needs to be a part of all this. Time changes everything. If we'd have talked about revenue sharing 17 years ago, because that just wasn't done in Major League Baseball. And revenue sharing has become an important part. We need to correct it some, enhance it some more for the middle and lower clubs. And then somewhere there might be some type of salary control system. Don't give
John
up
Henry,
on that idea.
Yeah, and John Henry, one of the owners of the Red Sox, the main owner of the Red Sox, and others have come out and been critical of some of the small market clubs when they do get the revenue sharing and they're not putting it back into their club. Are you supportive of having some kind of floor for the spending?
I think the system as it is today is what needs to be. You've got to own one of these small market clubs to really understand. There's more to it than just spending more money on the payroll. That they can't generate the revenue. Their local radio and TV doesn't have the income that it does in much bigger cities and markets. And so the money is not, them. I've heard it said they're making a big profit. I see the numbers. They're not generating a big profit. So revenue sharing, in my view, is being used correctly.
We're talking to Drayton McLane, the chairman and CEO of the Houston Astros. So it sounds like this is a labor of love, because the outsider who's not a baseball fan looks at this as that's a rough business to be in, because you're at the mercy of what other clubs are spending because you're in a middle market or a small market mentality. Whereas from the standpoint of why you own the team, you own it because you love it.
It's fun. It really encompasses your life. And I know when I was considering buying the team, I asked John McMullen, who had owned it for several years, what I need to understand. He said, your whole life will be absorbed. He said, family weddings are planned around it, family reunions, vacations are planned around it. Your entire activity is planned around the teams. Or he told me, he said, when the team's on the West Coast playing, that's a 2-hour time zone, you'll watch it till about 11:30, turn it off, try to go to sleep, can't sleep, get up, turn it back on again. So it just, and you get to know the players very, very well. You get to know the leadership group that's in it, not just the Ed Wade and his group, but Pam Gardner and her group that are managing the business side of it. So all hinges around the success in creating just really fine young players. So it does become a big part of your life, and it's of great interest. I've told people there are easier ways to make a living.